see Attila, we're leaving.
Oh my god.
Maybe turn the other way.
No, don't
Oh, turn the other way?
Don't do this
Yeah,
to me.
there we go. That's a good spot.
Graduate leads
here.
center.
I think we got it. They can't hear us. Wait, guys, they're working. We're gonna end up at us again. We have to go. We don't need a sound.
We're done. We're done. We're done.
We don't need a sound.
We're done. We're good.
It's
It's kind of cute right now.
Where flows the Hudson River out to the mighty sea? On Castle Point so proudly stands there in majesty. Stephen's our alma mater, homage to thee we pay.
Good morning, and welcome to new undergraduate student convocation. Please take a moment to take your seats and silence your cell phones. The academic procession is about to begin. The program for today's ceremony was sent to you via the Stevens Ducks app a few moments ago. Welcome to the 2026 new undergraduate student convocation. It is important that you remain at your seat for the full duration of this event until after the faculty and administration finish their remarks and leave the venue. Please rise as you are able for the academic procession, beginning with the faculty of Stevens Institute of Technology, and remain standing as the ceremony begins. So everyone, please rise. Now, please welcome the president of Stevens Institute of Technology, Dr. Nariman Farvardhan, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Zhenmin Chu, the Cabinet and Academic Council of Stevens Institute of Technology, the President of the Stevens Alumni Association, honored guests Mayor Emily Jabbour and Lieutenant Governor Dave Caldwell, all led by the Faculty Marshal, Gregory Morgan.
Good morning. We can do better than that. Good morning. It's a great day. My name is Professor Gregory Morgan, and as Faculty Marshal, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2026 New Undergraduate Student Convocation Ceremony at Stevens Institute of Technology. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by the President's Ensemble featuring Keeleen McNeil.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may all be seated. And now it is my honor to introduce the Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost of Stevens Institute of Technology, Dr. Jianmin Qiu.
Thank you, Professor Morgan. Class of 2030, welcome to Stevens. After years of study, working hard, and writing essays for college applications, your dream has finally come true. Here you are on this beautiful campus, starting your college life. Congratulations. The start of a college life is a major milestone in a young person's life. It is a time of anticipation and excitement. It may also be a time of anxiety and apprehension. You are not so sure what's coming next. I have seen many entering classes throughout my career, and I can assure you, before you know it, you will feel right at home on campus. As a premier student-centric technological research university, our emphasis on innovation and our commitment to excellence positions Stevens as a global leader in solving complex technical and societal problems. I have enjoyed working with the Stevens community to realize this compelling vision. And now, I am excited about welcoming you to join us on this exciting journey. Together, we will build a bright future for you and for Stevens. As exciting as the next 4 years might be, they may not all be smooth sailing for some of you. College requires dedication and persistence, diligence and resilience, grit and hard work. There might be bumps in the road, and you will be challenged both academically and socially. Rest assured, however, that our faculty and staff will be there every step of the way to support you. At Stevens, we are committed to providing the best learning experience for all of our students. And we will prepare you for life. As many alumni can attest, here at Stevens, you will receive an education that will open doors to infinite possibilities. In closing, I wish you all the best in this new chapter of your life, and I look forward to congratulate each and every one of you upon receiving a Stevens degree 4 years from now. I know you are up to the challenge. Congratulations again, and welcome to Stevens. And now, please welcome to the podium the 7th President of Stevens Institute of Technology, Dr. Nermin Farardin.
Thank you very much, Provost Q, and good morning. Are you all up? Excited? Class of 2030, colleagues, honored guests, and members of the extended Stevens community, I am delighted to welcome you to Stevens Institute of Technology's 156th Undergraduate Convocation ceremony, the official and ceremonial opening of the new academic year. Today, we celebrate something truly remarkable, the moment when Stevens Institute of Technology is fundamentally transformed by your arrival. Each new class doesn't simply join our university, you actually reshape it, redefine it, and renew it with your unique perspectives, talents, and aspirations. We welcome you all, nearly 1,100 new students of the class of 2030, knowing that Stevens will never be quite the same because of the imprint you will leave on this institution. Your presence here marks a transition not just for you, but for all of us. You bring fresh questions that will challenge our assumptions, innovative ideas that will spark new research directions, and energy that will invigorate our entire community. We are joined today by our esteemed faculty, sitting on the two sides of the podium, and dedicated staff who understand that each new cohort of students brings opportunities to grow, learn, and discover alongside you. Their commitment to guiding your educational journey and responding to your needs and interests is what powers the Stevens engine. To the newest members of our Stevens family, you will be challenged by your professors as you embark upon your studies, and you will learn and accomplish things you never thought possible. Use your years here in this university to push yourself outside your comfort zone. You have arrived at Stevens at an incredible time of growth and innovation. Explore our academic and creative offerings, including our brand new School of Computing. This isn't a school that sits apart from the rest of the university. It is a hub that connects to every discipline in the university. Whether you're studying engineering, business, life sciences, or the arts, computing and artificial intelligence will be integrated into your education. Take advantage of research and internship opportunities and international exchange programs and bring back insights that will benefit future generations of students. Sit with someone new in the dining hall. Strike up a conversation on Whip and Walk. Join me at Pancakes with the President. We make the most delicious pancakes from scratch. And share your ideas for making Stevens even better. Everyone you see here, myself included, is here not just to help you succeed, but to hear the fresh perspectives you bring to our 156-year-old institution. Our motto at Stevens, per aspera ad astra, means through adversity to the stars. You will hear me say this often when we gather, because it is meaningful to what we are here at Stevens. As we face the challenges and opportunities ahead together, know that you're surrounded by talented peers, supported by stellar faculty, and guided by administrators committed to helping you and Stevens reach new heights. So once again, welcome to Stevens, class of 2030. I look forward to seeing how you will grow and discover your passion as we prepare you to change the world. Welcome.
Please welcome to the podium Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Sarah Klein.
Thanks, guys. So, class of 2030, it's so good to be back with you again today. I've been fortunate to have some time with you already, and I'm again thrilled to welcome you to Stevens and to our Duck family. So now I have a little kind of sidebar from the formal ceremony, and we're going to liven this place up with a little bit of school spirit. So I did hear from the student government and the Residence Hall Association and the Commuter Student Union that they are collaborating on a little friendly competition called Hall Wars. And I want to see which team brought the most energy this morning. And I have been authorized to award some points based on your energy level. So, when I call your team, I want you to make some serious noise, and I mean cheering, clapping, foot stomping, go wild. Give me the best you got, and then after, we'll review the footage of this, and we will determine who is best to get the 25 points. So, we're starting off with Castle Point Hall. Where are you at? That's pretty good. That's something to beat. Where are my Davis Hall people? What about Jonas? And Humphreys? The small but mighty Palmer Hall? Even smaller and mightier River Terrace? Yes. And cannot forget the Commuter Student Union. Yes. I love it. Okay, we'll confer later on the winner. You will find out who gets the points, but I do love to see this level of pride. So speaking of Stevens pride, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce two of your peers who are leaders on our campus. First, I'm going to talk about Jalen Gibran, class of 2027 and president of the Student Government Association. Jalen came to Stevens all the way from Ramallah, Palestine. She's in the Industrial and Systems Engineering program, and she's going to stay on for her master's through the Accelerated Master's Program, or AMP, for a graduate degree in engineering management. In addition to serving as SGA president, she's also the president of the Society of Women's Engineers, the former president of Middle Eastern North African Association, the founding secretary of the International Council of Systems Engineers, and a writer for The Stute and her campus in her spare time. It would be tough to find a student who is more qualified to introduce you to the Stevens experience. Come on up to the podium, Jalen.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for the cheers. That was honestly really good. All right, so if you would have told me 4 years ago today that I would be standing up in front of you all, I would have never believed you. I decided to run for this position 20 minutes before the application opened in an airport heading to a conference, and I decided to take the risk. See, a teacher of mine once wrote me a note that ended with, "Take the risk or lose the chance." Ever since then, anytime my fears and anxieties started to get the better of me, that phrase would pop into my head. The biggest fear, if I'm honest, is just coming to Stevens. I'm not from this country. I live 6,000 miles away, and 2 days before I had to leave, me and my parents were talking about how exciting college would be, and I remember telling them I really didn't want to go. But I knew I had to, so I took the risk, and I am beyond grateful I did. So for me, being the student government president wasn't some grand plan I'd been envisioning for years. It was small moments throughout my time here at Stevens that made it all add up. My freshman year, I didn't go to many club meetings. My friends would drag me to a few meetings, which is how I ended up signing up for a mentor-mentee program. My mentor became my support system, helping me navigate life at Stevens and becoming the person I wanted to be. I attended the club's election later in the second semester, and there happened to be a vacancy. In that moment, I got punched in the hand by my mentor, and she told me if I didn't raise my hand, she would be really disappointed. So, reluctantly, I did. I raised my hand, and I had 5 minutes to figure out what I was going to say to a room full of amazing people I barely knew. I got up there, I gave my speech, and I was elected their social chair. Before Stevens, there is no way I would have taken that kind of risk. But I'm so grateful I did, because if it hadn't been for that little push, I can guarantee you I wouldn't be standing here right now. That club gave me the confidence, the support, and the opportunity to become who I am today. It's not easy running for SGA president, but taking on this role is one of the best decisions I've ever made. It completely changed my life. I say all this because college is beyond unpredictable. It will challenge you and push you to your limits, but if you're willing to step outside your comfort zone just a little bit, it can also be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life. You will mess up a lot, and you will bounce back, and when you need it, it's way closer than you think. Your professors, a TA, the Office of Student Support, your RA, and most importantly us, the returning students have done this year after year. So take your time to do some exploring, make some mistakes, and find where you belong. Show up to the club you're not sure about, walk around Hoboken until you find a coffee shop that feels like yours, and say hi to the person next to you in class, because you never know if that gives you a lifelong friend or just makes your day. So for me, 5 minutes my first year changed my expectations of college. My second year, 20 minutes changed my life. You guys have 4 years. That's 2 million minutes. Use them. Take some chances, because you never know which 5 minutes might end up changing your life. So thank you for letting me take up a few of those minutes, and I hope you have a good first day of class tomorrow.
Thank you, Jalen. Next, I'm going to introduce our honor board chair to make a few remarks and lead this class in their formal introduction into the Stevens Honor System. Karina is a third-year biomedical engineering major on the pre-health track who came to Stevens from her home country of Trinidad and Tobago. In addition to her role on the honor board, she's an RA in Humphreys Hall, a tour guide, a student wellness peer educator, serves on the SES Dean's Advisory Council, and is secretary of the Biomedical Engineering Society. Though Karina was raised on an island, believe it or not, her fun fact is that she does not know how to swim. Regardless, let's all welcome Karina Ramsaran to the podium, our honor board chair.
Okay, thank you for the very warm introduction, Sarah. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Stevens. Okay, so here we go. I've always considered myself a very observant person. I notice the little things that others don't. One of the most important lessons I learned that truly affected me came from a moment when I wasn't quite the person I wanted to be. I was 13 years old, in the prime of my life in middle school. And I was working really hard, or what felt at the time really hard, on a poster for an ice cream sale. And let me tell you this, it was a very nice Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine ice cream poster. The wheels moved and everything. It had all the works. My friend and I spent days working on it, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not the most artsy person. My residents can attest to this. So my contribution was, let's say, limited. I did a little coloring here and there, I supplied all the items, and I helped where I could. But my friend had put in the hours. She made all the intricate details and made sure that everything came together. When it was all done and we put it up for sale, someone complimented me on how creative I was. I smiled and gracefully said, "Thank you." I'm not gonna pretend I didn't enjoy it. It felt good to be recognized and praised. My friend stood next to me, smiled, nodded, said nothing. Then I noticed the expression on her face. There was just this little change, a moment when her smile didn't quite meet her eyes. And I knew that she deserved the praise that I was getting. I felt an absolute pit in my stomach. Yet, I said nothing. It wasn't anything major, but I felt awful. As the day went on, I received more praise, and somehow with every compliment, I felt a little worse. Because I realized something. I could convince everyone else that I deserved that recognition, but I couldn't convince myself. So I finally spoke up. I told them all that my friend had actually made the poster, and I made sure that her work was acknowledged. And I watched as all the attention shifted towards her. I will never forget the look on her face. She absolutely lit up. Not because she suddenly needed a trophy or a compliment, but because someone had finally seen the work that she had done. And for the first time that day, I felt relieved. I was like I can finally breathe again. I was no longer hiding behind someone else's work or allowing someone to believe something that wasn't true, even though it made me look good. That moment taught me that integrity isn't just about telling the truth when you're asked, but sometimes integrity means telling the truth when it requires you to give something up. And sometimes kindness is just as simple, doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It takes so little to give someone the acknowledgement they deserve. But sometimes that small moment can mean so much to the person receiving it. And for me, speaking up that day meant just as much. As you begin your time here at Stevens, you're going to accomplish incredible things. You're going to build things, you're going to lead things, you're going to create things you couldn't even imagine right now. And you're going to work with people that will help you get there. And when you do, I really hope you look around and remember everyone that helped you along the way. Notice the person who stayed late. Notice the person who helped without being asked. Notice the person who is quietly doing the work while someone else is getting the applause. Give them their flowers, because everyone deserves to be celebrated. But more importantly, I hope you think about the kind of person you want to become. Be kind, be honest, and be true to yourself and others. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard sometimes. There will be moments when the easier choice is right in front of you and no one may ever know the difference. But you will. That's what integrity means. Academic integrity in particular isn't just about following the rules. It's about choosing honesty when asking Claude would be way easier. Because it's not just about accomplishing something, but it's about how you accomplish it. So be the person who gives the credit when it's deserved. Tell the truth when it's difficult. And overall, just try to do the right thing even when no one is watching. Build a character that you can be proud of, not just a resume that you can be proud of. I will now lead you all in the honor system pledge. I will read each phrase and ask that you repeat it together as a class. Please rise as you are able. Good. Everyone can take a little stretch and then we'll get going. Very nice. Okay, please repeat after me. I pledge that I will conduct myself with honor, integrity, and honesty in all of my academic endeavors. I also pledge that I will uphold the principles of the Stevens Honor System and preserve our community of trust. Thank you. You may all take your seats. Welcome to Stevens, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic first year, and I wish you all the best of luck. Also, a special little shout out to Humphreys for Hall Wars. I really hope we win. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Karina. At this time, I invite to the podium Michael Cahill, class of 2015 and president of the Stevens Alumni Association, to share just a little bit of the legacy of Stevens alumni and to present your class banner. Michael.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Stevens Alumni Association, welcome to Stevens. I can say with certainty that I know exactly how you're feeling right now. I was sitting in one of those very seats just 15 years ago as a part of the class of 2015. What I didn't fully understand then, but see clearly now, is that each Stevens class doesn't just inherit our legacy, you transform it. President Farvarden spoke about how your arrival fundamentally changes Stevens. And I'm here to tell you that this transformation doesn't end at graduation. It accelerates. Take the class of 2020, who graduated into a global pandemic. Rather than be derailed, they became pioneers of remote collaboration technologies. Or the class of 2022, whose graduates are now leading breakthrough research in quantum computing at IBM and Google. The class of 2024 includes founders of sustainable energy startups, AI ethics researchers shaping policy in Washington, and graduates working on Broadway productions and in the music industry, bringing Stevens' technology expertise to the creative arts. And our class of 2025 is launching careers quite literally in aerospace, bringing the humanities to healthcare through fertility care, and shaping the future of business and technology at leading global firms. Each graduating class has redefined what it means to be a Stevens engineer, scientist, business leader, or creative professional for their time. The class of 1953 helped build the early internet infrastructure. The class of 1995 revolutionized financial technology on Wall Street. And we celebrate graduates like sculptor Alexander Calder, whose iconic mobiles graced the Museum of Modern Art, and tech influencer Marques Brownlee, who brings Stevens' analytical thinking to millions through his technology reviews. Today's recent graduates continue this tradition, tackling climate change, developing life-saving medical technologies, building the next generation of artificial intelligence, and bringing technological innovation to the arts. Our 156-year legacy isn't a museum piece. It's a living, evolving story of continuous transformation. Stevens graduates don't just adapt to change, we create it. We don't just evolve or solve today's problems, we anticipate tomorrow's challenges. At the center of our campus stands the statue of the torchbearers, representing the passing of knowledge from one generation to the next. But it's more than knowledge just being passed. It's the responsibility to transform that knowledge into solutions the world desperately needs. Today, I pass to you the Class of 2030 banner, carried earlier by Mr. Sebastian Rivera, who was selected for his outstanding performance in the STEP Summer Bridge program. This banner will lead you at commencement and at every alumni gathering throughout your lives. But more importantly, it represents your responsibility to add to your own chapter to Stevens' story of transformation. 4 years from now, when you graduate, the world will face challenges we can barely imagine today. As Stevens' mission states, you are here to be inspired, nurtured, and prepared for an increasingly complex and technology-centric world, to develop innovative solutions to the most challenging problems of our time, and to expand the frontiers of knowledge. Your responsibility extends far beyond individual success to creating meaningful, let me say that again. Your responsibility extends far beyond individual success to creating meaningful impact on the world around you. The almost 60,000 Stevens alumni worldwide stand ready to support you, mentor you, and collaborate with you. We're not just your predecessors, we're your partners in continuing Stevens' tradition of transformation. Let's give Mr. Garcia and your Class of 2030 banner a round of applause. Welcome to the Stevens family. Remember, being a duck for life isn't just a phrase. It's a commitment to lifelong connection, to giving back, to carrying forward the spirit of Stevens wherever your journey takes you. Now, go transform the world and transform Stevens in the process.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cahill, for your remarks and for your leadership of the Stevens Alumni Association. We are honored this morning to welcome the mayor of the city of Hoboken, Emily Jabbour. Mayor Jabbour has been a friend of the Stevens community for many years, long before she became mayor. I've had the pleasure of working with her on issues important to both our university and our city, and I deeply appreciate her commitment to strengthening the partnership between Stevens and Hoboken. That very partnership was reflected in a memorable moment this past January when Mayor Jabbour took the oath of office right here on our campus. We were proud to be part of that special occasion and honored to celebrate with her as she began an important new chapter in Hoboken's history. Mayor Jabbour has been deeply engaged in the Hoboken community since moving here from Boston nearly 2 decades ago. Whether supporting local nonprofits, mentoring young people, or advocating for stronger communities, she has consistently invested her time and energy in making Hoboken a better place to call home. Students, you are likely to see Mayor Jabbour as you make your way around the city. When you do, I encourage you to say hello and introduce yourselves as the newest members of the Hoboken community. I now have the pleasure of introducing Mayor Emily Jabbour. Please join me in giving her a huge round of applause.
Good morning. That January feels like it was a minute ago that happened, but in fact, it was some time ago. Thank you so much, President Favarden, for having me here today, to Beth McGrath and everyone who makes this tick. Thank you so much, and welcome to Hoboken. To the class of 2030, congratulations. You've made it. You're here. And I have to say, you picked a pretty great place to spend the next 4 years of your lives. I'm Mayor Emily Jabbour, and it is such a pleasure that I get to officially welcome you on behalf of the city of Hoboken. I've been here since 2008, and I can tell you, Hoboken's a pretty easy city to fall in love with. We have a beautiful waterfront. We have incredible restaurants and coffee shops. We have unbelievable parks, live music, festivals, and one of the best views in the entire world. And we have a very important rule in Hoboken. You are never more than a few minutes away from someone that you know, or someone that you're about to know. And now, that includes all of you. You chose Stevens, but you also chose Hoboken, and that's a pretty exciting combination. Stevens and Hoboken have grown together for generations. We've both changed tremendously, and we've both benefited from having the other. Stevens brings something really special to this city: innovation. This is a place where people like you are constantly asking questions, solving problems, building things, starting companies, conducting research, and imagining what could make our community better. And Hoboken is a great place for that kind of thinking, because Hoboken is a real city. It's an old city, and sometimes it's a complicated city. We're 1 square mile with 60,000 people in it. We have old infrastructure and new buildings. We have a busy Main Street, a tremendous amount of transportation options, thousands of businesses, and people from all different backgrounds and generations, many whom are Stevens alums. And that's one of the things I love about this relationship between Stevens and Hoboken. Stevens gets to be part of this living, breathing city where the ideas that you can study can actually connect into the world around you. And Hoboken gets the benefit of having incredibly smart, creative, curious people living, studying, and building right here. That exchange makes both of us better. But the most important contribution Stevens makes to Hoboken isn't a building or a research project. It's people. I've seen this firsthand over the years. Stevens faculty and staff are part of our community. They live here, they serve on boards for local nonprofits. Students volunteer, they work with our local organizations, they participate in community events, they get engaged on new legislation, they support local businesses, and find ways to give back. And now, you have the opportunity to do the same. So while you're here, I hope you don't just stay on campus. Get out into the city. Try a restaurant you haven't been to. Find your favorite coffee shop. Walk along the waterfront, go to a street fair, become a regular somewhere. But most importantly, please get involved. One of the great things about being a student in Hoboken is that you don't have to wait until you graduate to make an impact. You can do that right now. Bring your ideas, ask questions, meet people who are different from you, find a problem that you care about, and see if you can help solve it. Reach out to City Hall. That's what innovation really can be about. And also, that's what being part of a community is about. I hope that over the next 4 years, you'll discover that Stevens is more than a university, and Hoboken is more than a place where your dorm or your apartment happens to be. It's going to be where you make friends and have incredible, memorable experiences. And I hope that years from now, when somebody asks you, where did you go to college? You won't just say Stevens. I hope you say Stevens in Hoboken, New Jersey, because the two really go together. We are proud of Stevens. We are proud of the innovation and the energy that brings you to our city. And we're so excited to see the next generation of Hoboken and Stevens students to what you bring to our community. So, class of 2030, congratulations again. Welcome to Stevens, welcome to Hoboken, and I can't wait to see you around town. Thank you.
Mayor Jabbour, thank you very much for your remarks. Thank you for being here, and thank you for leading our beloved city of Hoboken, which occasionally becomes a complicated city. It is also a great honor this morning to welcome New Jersey's Lieutenant Governor, Dr. Dale Caldwell. Dr. Caldwell and I share a meaningful connection. Before taking on his current role in state government, he served as president of Centenary University right here in New Jersey. As the president of Stevens, I have a deep appreciation for the leadership, vision, and responsibility that comes with leading a university, and for the lasting impact that experience can have on how we serve our communities. At Centenary, Dr. Caldwell championed transformative initiatives focused on expanding access, fostering innovation, and supporting student success. Those same commitments to education and opportunity continue to shape his work in public service today. As New Jersey's Lieutenant Governor, Dr. Caldwell has an important role in shaping the future of our state. And we are grateful that he has joined us today and that he has taken the time to be with our students and our community. Dr. Caldwell, thank you for being here and for your service to the people of New Jersey. And students, please join me in giving Lieutenant Governor Dale Caldwell a very warm and welcoming round of applause.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations. It is so wonderful. I don't get a chance being in government now to see the bright young faces coming out, and so it's just a blessing to be here. And thank you to you are so fortunate to have one of the most dynamic presidents, college presidents in the United States. And so thank you for inviting me. The faculty and staff, who I'm getting to know, is just fantastic. And really you students. You know, this is one of the largest classes ever, and I've heard your backgrounds are extraordinary. As evidenced by the fact that Time Inc. named you the number 30 school in the United States of America. Give yourselves a round of applause. That is truly extraordinary, and as I stand in the state of New Jersey, one of the reasons why is that the education you're getting here aligns with the needs of the workforce in ways that are over and above a lot of other universities. So as Lieutenant Governor, and I'm also Secretary of State, I'm honored to address this class of 2030. And I commend those of you from New Jersey for choosing to take advantage of the excellent education available in your state. Thank you for continuing to share your talent with us here in New Jersey. And for those of you from out of state, welcome to New Jersey. I know that you will love it in this incredible state. But Stevens is a very special place. The amazing Castle Point overlooking the Hudson is a perfect place for forming lifelong friendships and lasting memories. More importantly, I understand that by being here, you will learn to do the famous duck dance. So unfortunately, I won't have to do that, but I'm excited for you and all that this culture brings. There are incredible opportunities lie ahead, and I know some of you, I remember my freshman year at Princeton, I didn't know what to expect. And so, so when you come through this, those 4 years are among the most important 4 years in your life. You are at a great institution where Stevens' exceptional faculty will guide you through new academic challenges. You're going to collaborate with new classmates. You're going to transform your ideas into prototypes as you explore the Maker Center, quantum space, the machine and electronics shops, and the welding shop. You'll take on your first co-op or research project, participate in clubs, in labs, and competitions, perhaps ROTC, Greek life, or a semester abroad. And finally, you'll celebrate the incredible accomplishment of your capstone project. The education and degree that you earn here at Stevens will open the doors to success. What lies beyond those doors is different for each and every one of you. And what you do after you step through to the other side is really up to you. How hard you want to work, how focused you are, how collaborative you are. But trust your inspiration. When I was a student, I was inspired by my curiosity about economics, about leadership, about business and public service. That inspiration has guided me through my own unique career, from business to public service, being president of a university, now New Jersey Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of State. So you have to, and the reason you're here is to find out your own personal inspiration. You may be inspired by the mysteries of how things work on the grandest scale or even the most infinitesimal scale. The universe may speak to you in the language of chemistry, physics, or mathematics. Or perhaps you're motivated to take on some real-world problems by applying your skills in engineering or biology, in robotics, electronics, coding, or even artificial intelligence. And some of you may be most intrigued by the intersection of science and the humanities. You may dream of sharing your ideas with others by combining technology, language, art, and music in a way that expresses your unique vision. All of these disciplines and more are at the heart of STEM and at the heart of Stevens Institute of Technology and why this incredible institution is here. No doubt about it, STEM is the present and the future. Every day it is changing lives, it's improving lives in so many transformative, innovative ways. New Jersey has a long history as an innovation state, perhaps the innovation state dating back to Thomas Edison. Things like movies started here in New Jersey, and other incredible inventions are here. Today, innovation in New Jersey means investing in groundbreaking technology and cutting-edge industries such as pharmaceuticals, advanced manufacturing, AI, and aeronautics. Huge engineering projects like the Gateway Tunnel and our quickly growing network of innovation hubs, not to mention the state's robust support system for startups and entrepreneurs. One of the things Governor Sherrill and I are focusing on is really trying to make New Jersey the entrepreneur state. These investments are transforming New Jersey, making it the best place for you to find opportunity after your graduation and build your future by exploring co-ops and internships, landing your first job, growing into a career, maybe someday launching your own business, and above else, remaining a lifelong learner. So you are always prepared for what comes next in our rapidly evolving world. And while you're building your own future, you'll also be helping to build the future of New Jersey, the country, and the entire world. But that's the future. Right now, you are here, experiencing an incredible milestone in your life, the beginning of your first year at Stevens Institute of Technology, a place to stretch your imagination. One of the things, I was at Deloitte for a while, and one of the terms we used is to become comfortable being uncomfortable. That's what Stevens will help you do, to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm sometimes uncomfortable being comfortable, because but I want you to really begin that and look at the challenges. Look for hard. Look for things that push you beyond what you think you can accomplish. Use your ingenuity and explore your most ambitious ideas. This is an incredible place at an incredible moment in time. I want you to treasure that and think about this, and you will always remember this day. But let me reassure each and every one of you, because I know some of you as freshmen have doubts. You belong here. You worked hard for this. You worked hard to be here. You have earned your unique place among all these incredibly talented students. As the father of a recent college graduate myself, I know how your families are likely feeling right now. They are incredibly proud of each of you, and I know they will miss you, but they are here with you in spirit. They're proud of all that you've accomplished, and they know that you are going to accomplish so much more in your life. So please make time during the next few hectic weeks to recognize all that your family has done to support your journey. Their love and commitment helped bring you to this incredible day. But I also encourage you, as you heard earlier, is to make as many friends as possible. Make as many friends from different backgrounds as possible. That's one of the beauties of college, to really understand the diversity of the landscape so that you'll be an even better and a more successful person when you leave. So class of 2030, I could not be more excited for you. Continue the great work that got you here. Lean into that focus and curiosity and determination. Lean into the adventure of your years at Stevens. Lean into your future wherever life takes you. Today is just the beginning. Enjoy every moment of this journey. Good luck.
Let's give another round of applause for the Mayor and the Lieutenant Governor. Thank you to all of our new students for joining us today, and welcome to the Stevens family. At this time, please rise as you're able and join us in singing of the Alma Mater led by the President's Ensemble.
Where flows the Hudson River out to the mighty sea? On Castle Point so proudly stands there in majesty. Stevens, our alma mater, homage to thee we pay, with loyal hearts and voices, true to the red and gray. There's a College of Engineering that is known as the Old Stone Mill. Every part of it is dear to a Stevens engineer, from the shop to the castle on the hill. And where her sons and daughters gather, you can bet your life they'll say, the engineers are doing again today. Stevens, where to you and to the old red and gray. Stevens, we are going to raise your colors. We're going to raise your colors high today. I'm a remnant wreck from Stevens, Tech, a mechanical engineer. We can hear that old song still, and it means we're going to fight, fight, fight for the old stone mill. Oh, where flows the Hudson River out to the mighty sea. On Castle Point so proudly stands there in majesty. Stevens, our alma
Thank you, President's Ensemble. Very well done. The 2026 New Undergraduate Student Convocation Ceremony has now come to an end. Please remain at your seats until the academic recessional has ended and the administration and faculty have left the arena. Once the administration and faculty have left the arena, students may leave in an orderly fashion. We wish you well as you embark on your academic journey at Stevens.